Okay, see if we can be on time today. All righty, fix the microphone here. All right, I'm gonna wait for some people to come on real quick before I get started. All right. Now let me go on my phone and check it. Hopefully everybody got the updates. If not, well, some people should. Okay. Welcome to tonight's live. It's another late night live. Right now it's 8 p.m. Mountain Time, so that'd make it 11 Eastern. Hey, Corey, Miss Know-It-All, how are you doing tonight? It's good to see you guys. I wanted to do this live tonight. Last night I did a live, and I did it about Serena Williams and her husband, and the buzz that's going around, the rumors and them, unfriending each other or whatever, not following each other. And I just had the urge to do a video tonight because later on in the video last night, I got some, I got a troll in there that was saying that, I was annoying and only had 14 people watching, which to me, that's great. Shoot, I'm a small channel, so I don't have hundreds or thousands of people looking at me. And I'm grateful for what I got. I'm grateful that you guys come in and watch. I really am. And for me, this YouTube thing it's a hobby. I'm having a good time. Hey, Thelma, how you doing? I'm having fun with it. And if I could connect with a few people, that's awesome. To me, it's not really a numbers game. So if 14's watching, that's wonderful. I was actually happy about it, but I guess that person felt it was a diss towards me. So, oh well, it is what it is. But what I want to talk about, and this thing is on my mind. And if you see the title, I put in there, "Fight for your right to date and marry out." You don't have to literally fight for that, but there are people that are against it, and there are people that will try to destroy a relationship you have. Sometimes when it's interracial, some people don't like it. Some people think you should stay with your own racial group. Okay, for me, I disagree, and I believe that you connect with someone that you love, someone that loves you, and you connect with someone that makes you happy, that celebrates you, that lifts you up. And that to me, you should have the right and the freedom to do that. And when I say fight for that, if you love that person, you want to be with that person, be with that person. You got to fight against society. You got to fight against what people may think. And, that's what I meant. You got to fight against it. And now we see this so-called thing with Serena Williams and her husband. Okay. And I'm not really going to go into this tonight about them. I already talked about it. All it's speculation from what I know now. I don't know if it's a thing or what it is. But some people on there are kind of happy about it, seem kind of excited that their marriage might be, might have a crack in it, might be having problems. Why anybody would be happy about someone having marital problems is beyond me. But some people are so against interracial relationships, dating, marrying, swirling, that, they get happy when they see failed marriages when it's interracially. And we've seen this. We've seen that with Crystal and Carrison. Once they found out she got a divorce with her husband, people were it was weird. Like people were kind of happy about that. But what I would say is you live your life and don't believe what people tell you. Okay. There's going to be failed marriages in every group, regardless of the racial group, regardless. And when it comes to interracial groups, there are going to be failed marriages there. Um, but you just gotta go do what's best for you. Do what makes you happy, and always vet because there's good and bad in every group. But you got to fight for what you want, and don't let anybody show you one example and act like that speaks for everybody, because it doesn't. If you want to know the truth, look at numbers. Numbers don't lie. And when it comes to interracial dating, Black women and white men are the most successful right now. And it's not because they're better people, it's because they go about it, a different way. They're more strategic. That's my opinion on it. And maybe they're put through it more than any other group. It seems kind of funny that when they attack swirlers, so-called, it's always Black women and white men, or Black women and another group. It's never the other way around with Tyrone and Becky. It's always Keisha and Brad. It seems to me. And the other way around, they swirl more than we do. Black men date out more than any other group. And I believe they marry out too, is what I heard. But they do it a lot more than white men do. Much, much more. And so we don't really see stories of them not having success. And maybe that's, maybe who it's coming from. But, you got to live your life and you got to do what's best for you. But you vet and look at the stats. Numbers don't lie, people. And I've seen it in real time. When you look at, when it comes to Black women, only 1/3, or not 1/3, 1/4 approximately don't get married. And, that's probably a little bit skewed because maybe some get married later on. But, there's an imbalance between women and men. So actually, for everyone, or most people to get married, they have to date out. I mean, it can't work unless you're into some polygamy group. And I know there's people that are into that kind of stuff. But to have, one woman, one man, you got to date out, especially in the United States. It's just an imbalance. It is what it is. And, I'm just looking at it logically. And, but, some people are against it. A lot of people, and some aren't. I mean, just people are people. But a lot of times you get trolls in there and they don't want you talking about it. And even with me, a middle-aged guy that's been married for almost 30 years, they don't want me talking about it either. Not because they're afraid I'm going to get with any Black women, because I'm not, because I'm married. But they don't want me talking because I might influence someone else to do it. And the bottom line is you're not going to stop interracial dating. You're not going to stop interracial marriages. It's just going to happen. But anyway, be graceful. Welcome to the live.
Hi, good night. Good night. Good night.
I can't hear you.
You can hear me now or no?
You got to turn your audio on.
Can you hear me?
I don't hear your audio. I see your picture flashing, but I don't hear you.
No. Okay, let me see. So, audio.
I can't hear you. Can everybody hear me? If you can hear me, put a 1. I think my audio is good, but I'm not hearing the guest.
Can you hear me? No. Oh.
I can't hear you at all. Be graceful.
Okay, hold on.
I don't know what's going on.
Let me get a headphone.
Okay, you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, be graceful. I can't hear you. Hey, and everybody hears me, but I can't hear you for some reason.
Can you hear me?
I don't know what's going on.
Right.
Can somebody else come up here? Because I'm having trouble with Be Graceful's audio. For some reason, I can't hear her. I assume it's a her, or I couldn't hear the person that came on. Can someone come up real quick so I can test the audio? Because I hate to have a guest on I can't hear. Miss Know-It-All, okay. Hey, Miss Know-It-All.
Can you hear me, Brent?
Okay, something's going on.
Can you hear me?
Okay, it's not working. Let me see. I'm going to disconnect my microphone. Let me see. The audio on my side's good. I don't know why I'm not hearing it. Maybe the volume. Okay, I'm going to disconnect it real quick so I can hear.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. I'm sorry, ladies.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on, but I've been having some issues with sound. But welcome to the show. It's good to see you guys. It's good to have you on the panel here. And what I'm talking about tonight is, my title was like fighting for your right to date out, marry out, if that's what you want to do. And in today's world, you can do that. But you're going to have people against it. You're going to have trolls. You're going to have people that are going to try to, sabotage your relationship, so to speak, because they don't believe in it. And, I've seen a lot of, people that date out. And it seems like, especially celebrities, when their marriage don't work, or, they end up, they seem to kind of gloat about it and use that as an example of it not working. But if you look at statistically, relationship with Black women, white men is one of the best right now and one of the most successful. My thing is I want to debunk the stereotypes, the misconceptions, the generalizations, because we've all heard them, right? We all have heard that white men, if they're talking to you, they're going to fetishize you. They have an alternate motive of talking to you. They don't really care about you. And if they hurt you, they're really going to hurt you more so than any other man. They kind of scare tactics. And there's evil white men, evil Black men, every group has evil people. And that's why you got to vet. But a lot of times it's like one-sided, like a blanket statement, like white men will fetishize you. And, some people hear it so much, they start believing it. But I want to kind of debunk that. And, you can have a good relationship. You can have a good marriage. Me and my wife are an example of that. We went the distance and we're still married almost 30 years. And there were people that told us it wouldn't work. But we both knew what we wanted. We were on the same page, and we made it work. And I've seen other people that make it work interracially. It's been more successful than a lot of people think. Now, not every marriage is going to be successful. Not every relationship is. I mean, as people across the board, we're flawed. I mean, it is what it is. But anyway, ladies, what do you think about that? I mean, I know I'm kind of winded.
Yeah, hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi. So I'm annoyed, like fully annoyed with it because with the black man stuff, I'm annoyed because the black woman she's trying to do her own thing, right? You have two
Yeah.
type of black women, the one that wants to stay in that, and now you have the ones that want to come out of that. They want to level up. They want to move on. And these guys are just finding every way, every scheme. It's like just let us separate in peace. Let us go. We mind our business. We're not even bothering you. You know, some of us have to start underground stuff just to get little peace from them. People are deciding now they want better, so they want to be married to a different race. And the problem is, I need to hold this person hostage. They're like demons, and I'm being very honest. It's like a demon. They're trying to hold you hostage for, and I'm going to be real, I'm use words, booty call and stuff like that, having kids out of marriages, getting lady pregnant and then leaving her, talking about 50-50 with this and not doing 100% partnership. They don't want to be a father, don't want to be a husband, most of them. And then if one person have a good black father, it's like, oh, every black father is like that. No, it's not. That's just that specific family. So this lady say, I want to move on with my life and I want to marry a different race. And now they just sit there like hound dogs, just waiting like, yeah, she messed up, they messed up. That's it right there. Yeah, but you're not telling me how you punched that white woman in her eye that you was married to. You're not telling me that part. You're not telling me how you, and she not even saying it because the white woman wouldn't even go up there and say something, say he raped me. Because they be dealing with them too.
Oh, please.
But leave us alone and let us, we're minding our business. We actually mind our business, literally.
Can I speak? Can I say something to that, Miss Be Graceful?
Yeah.
Everything you saying is spot on, but I think you was incorrect when you said 50-50. They want 90-10. We do 90% of everything and they do 10%. And two, you're right. It's like, I don't want you, but I don't want someone else to have you. I want you to be able, when I go into someone else's community and wreak havoc in their community with those women, I want to be able to come back home to you because
suffer you, make you suffer. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
But what they want, because what's the sad part, Be Graceful, they know us better than we know them. Meaning they know us enough that we have this black male worship culture. They know that no matter what they do, a lot of us is going to make excuses. Oh, it's not all black men. And we're going to do all of that stuff. And we're going to say all that stuff. And we're going to take them back with their nothingness. The nothingness that they gave Becky, Ling Ling, and Maria. We're going to take it. And that's why they don't like to see successful, talented, wealthy black women like Serena, but I think she's beautiful, but they would never choose her if she was an average girl.
She is beautiful.
She's beautiful.
She is beautiful.
And she dated black guys prior to her husband, and they treated her like trash. So again, they want their cake. They don't want us, but they don't want nobody else to have us. They hate the thought, because the thought of it. And I think maybe pressure and stuff is getting into them. And you're right. I think black women should date out, but date in silence, date in quietly.
Yeah, definitely silence.
And don't, you don't have to advertise it and stuff like that.
Nope.
And find your happy, find your peace with someone else. But a lot of people have a problem with it, and I think it's only the black males. I don't even think other groups of people have so much of an issue with it as much as they do, because
the reason why it's a problem is because it's just like an infestation. Like an infestation, and you're gonna like say, so that's what we're going through right now. It's like an infestation. You can't just jump out. you know. So it's like an infestation. So it's like you gotta take your time and come out of this. Take your time and come out of this. And some people, there's a lot of people are moving in silence.
Well,
There are
you
a lot
have
of things going on right now in silence because of this. Because some people can get killed over this stuff right here. Just to say you're going. I don't even know you, and you wanna hurt me.
right. They're gonna hurt you because it's a blow to their ego. Because they
Right.
know if you're with Brent, Brad, Tyler, Cody, or Corey, they're gonna take care of their business. They're gonna behave and act like men. And they're gonna see you happier and resting in your femininity being with these men. And it's a blow to they want to keep, they don't care about us. You saw what Meek Mills, the rapper, you saw his
Yeah, I saw
us.
it. Yeah, I saw
And,
it. Yeah, I saw
and
it.
I
I
don't know
saw
if
it.
Brent know who
Disturbing. It's
I
disturbing.
don't know if Brent know
Yeah,
who Meek Mill.
It's
I saw it.
disturbing. It's sad.
Yeah, it
I mean,
was.
what group of
It's
sorry, Brent.
sad.
I'm gonna
It's
go off
sad.
brand. What
It's
mother
sad.
crunching? What group of men degrade their women like that and
It's
say
sad.
only our group of men think is okay to put
Mhm.
something as disgusting? That bus goes by children, by
Yeah.
teenage
Mhm.
girls, and you think
Perverts.
there's something
Mhm.
because this is how they really feel about us. And
Mhm.
black women have to wake up. This is how they
Mhm.
feel about us. They look at us as mules, slaves, and objects. They don't
Mhm.
care about us. A white man was outraged. He
Yeah.
was
Yeah. Mhm.
outraged at it. You didn't hear one brother be outraged by that.
Well,
I'm
there
sorry.
was
I'm
there was
sorry.
one
I'm
guy, I
sorry.
guess, that
I'm
made a
sorry.
statement or something.
Yes, it was a white man.
Yeah, it was, but I think there was a black guy that made a statement. So to be
I
fair,
don't care about that. I don't care what they think. I don't care
okay,
about their
I mean,
opinions. I don't care about what they think or their
True.
opinions.
True. True.
They mean nothing. They don't
It's
care
too
about us.
small.
I'm
Mhm.
sorry. I'm sorry, Brent. I'm sorry. I
and
got
And
to
it's
no,
leave.
not. It's
no
not a
worries.
hate thing. It's not a hate thing. It's just us putting your foot down now thing. It's just like
Yeah.
done.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm in a rant, Brent. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. No, what I was thinking is, they come in on this swirl thing, and I mean, when a celebrity goes wrong with their relationship, they're all over it. Um, you know, it just seems weird to me. And if you look at it, black men are the most to date out, I've heard, or marry out out of the race than any other group. Is that true? I heard YouTubers say that.
Yes,
I
it
know
is.
they
They
do
date
it a
out more
lot.
than every group of men on this earth combined. They date out the most.
Yeah, so why would you be worried if a black woman dates some guy of another race? And especially if only 1/4 of black women are getting married, so why wouldn't you allow it? Why would you have a problem with it? It just seems bizarre. Unless it's you want to show that you're the top man out there, that everybody wants you more than
When
anybody.
you
They do
when you
think
when
that.
you mhm.
Go
When you
ahead.
look at a black woman, right? When you look at
Yeah,
a black woman, you look at her physiques and the way she carry herself and her talent. We're very talented, creativity and just the stuff that we bring, just to the world, right?
yeah, and
That
and
that's what that's
yeah,
what turned men that's what turned men on and men of different colors. So they don't want to lose that. They're not stupid now because yeah, they see us for sexual stuff too, but they know like yeah, they it. So they're like, no, let me hold them on the side because I can't afford to lose that. I just can't afford to lose that. It's like, okay, I'm gonna use some people like cheesecake, right? Some people like cheesecake, some people like pies, whatever. So
yeah,
it's like I can't afford to lose that. But I still want that white woman. But I want to make sure that I can still go back and have some babies with this one. So leave her, but treat her like a dog. But I want to make sure she's still here
And
because
put a
she's gonna
baby in
hold me
her. Yeah.
down. She's
Yeah.
gonna hold me down. She's gonna pray for me. She's gonna care. She's gonna like I'm like you're a man. Like the black woman's a man. We're not men. We're
no,
not men. Why don't we deserve to walk like a woman, feel like a woman? Why we gotta carry these heavy milk bags and all this stuff and be? I know, slavery is done. I'm tired now. I want to
They're
enjoy my
always
life.
on that slavery thing. They always talk about 400 years ago. Let it go, madam. Let it go. First of all, they want one foot in and one foot out. Like you're saying what I'm saying. They want to hold on to you. They want to hold on to you, but they don't want you. I don't want you, but I want to hold on to you. And I need to
No,
hold on to you because when I get in my late 40s and 50s, when my
yeah, I can
knees are
come back
bad,
to the house.
when my knees are bad, my back, I have a bad back, my knees are
No,
bad, I have a pot
no.
belly stomach. I want to be able to come to a black woman so she could take care of me
Yeah, and
for the
use
rest of my
her,
life.
mess up her
You want to get
mental
you
mind.
black men will take the best years of your life, leave you, go
Mess you
elsewhere,
up.
and then come back and expect you to take care of them like mommy. That's what they do. I know Brent doesn't like me to talk like this, but it's just I can't help myself. I'm a
It's
hot
mental
mess.
trauma. It's mental trauma because then they manipulation in it. Is a whole bunch of stuff in it, narcissism in it. Those things, that's not even healthy. That's not healthy. If I have to leave you and then come back and tell you a lie to try to manipulate you to stay there and mess your life or mess up your purpose that God called you here for, mess up your whole life. You're supposed to be a business owner, but because I'm stuck here with you now, I can't do it no more. I'm supposed to travel. I can't do it because I'm stuck with a bum.
Yeah. No, because you're taking care of a grown man. You're
Yeah,
taking care of him like he's
a
a child.
baby, like a
Like he's a
baby.
baby, like he's one of your kids. You're basically
That make you get older. It
you're
make you look
sleeping with
older.
you're sleeping with your sons. And even the black
Yeah,
women who are married to black men, they're basically it's like
yes, their
you're
kids.
still
It's
a
their
single
kids.
woman and you're still a
Okay.
single
Mhm,
mother, even being married
mhm,
to a black man.
mhm. True.
You are.
This is all true.
You're still single.
That thing is
Yeah.
depressing. That is depressing.
No,
Can't do it.
the stuff you guys are talking about, I mean,
Mm-mm. No
outside
more.
looking in, I don't know, but my thing is if when there's such an imbalance and if
Mm-hmm.
that
It's a
many black
one-sided
women,
loyalty. It's a one-sided loyalty. That's
Agree.
yeah,
what it is.
it appears to be that way. I mean, outside looking in, because I don't think anybody's really going after black men for dating Becky or Maylene or Maria or and I have no problem with anybody dating anybody. If Tyrone's want to come out and go bowling for Becky's till the cows come home, God bless them. Let them have it. They can. I that don't bother me. I'm all for it because I believe everybody should be able to go where they want, date, marry who they want, regardless. It just seems like there's an imbalance, and it's like you guys were saying, kind of holding on the black women, like on the side. And I'm not going to say not all, but
It's not
Most,
all, but
it
it's a lot.
most, most.
I just the appearance seems that way, and it seems like they go in on black women that date out or marry out, and it's like they wait for that failure. They can capitalize, they can spike the ball and see it don't work. And to me, it's just weird because whatever Serena Williams or Crystalline Karazin are going through, that has nothing to do with me and my wife. We don't base our life on what other people go through or do. I mean, two people get in a marriage, it's between those two people, the man and the woman. And it just seems weird that, I don't know, I guess if they can show an example of it not working, maybe they'll discourage other women from dating out. I
That's the
think
whole game. That's one
that's
piece of the game. That's one piece of the game. Yeah. That's one
but
piece of the game.
but I mean, there's such an imbalance. I mean, there's more black women than black men. There are. And a lot of black men date out, so that even makes the numbers even more lopsided. And then, you want to, go in on a woman that dates out. It's like, well, what's she supposed to do? Wait and hope to be picked or not be picked and just be, just blind loyal and not have a life? I mean,
That's
I
exactly what
don't
they
know.
want. That's what they want. They
It
want.
seems bizarre.
They
But
want.
you know what? Us other men from other racial groups, white,
Mm-hmm.
Hispanic, Asian, we're seeing black women. We're seeing the blessings that black women carry.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've been married over 27 years to my wife, and I seen the blessing back in the beginning. And black women are doing amazing things. They are leading the way in many areas. Education, new creative businesses,
Mm-hmm.
loyalty. They're the most loyal people in the world, I think.
Too loyal to too many people. That's my opinion.
Yeah, and no, I see these things, and it's a blessing. And of course, us as men are going to compete for that because we want that blessing. And even though they don't look like us, skin tone wise, why wouldn't we want that blessing?
Right.
But here's the thing: us as men can have it all, black or white. We can.
Right.
There's plenty to go around. And I don't know why we would focus on, okay, well, you don't want to go with that white guy because he's going to fetishize you, or if he assaults you, he's going to do it worse than anybody else. Like,
Oh my God! Oh my!
You've heard all that.
I want to say something to that.
No, I just think it's funny. They come up with this stuff, and it's like, really?
To scare the black woman.
But some of them buy into it. Like, oh my God, they think white men are crazy. I've heard black women say, "Boy, I always thought you guys were crazy. Like you were off your rocker. Like you're going to do something crazy at any minute." And we're not like that. We're just people.
Everyone fetishizes everyone, Brent.
Right.
Everybody. And the fact of the matter, I'm not even talking about black men. Laney said in the chat, and I said it before. First of all, is more black women than black men. Then you have to factor in that the homosexuals and the one that's incarcerated. Black women have to date out. It's not that even a want. You have to date out. There's not enough men, and then it's the pool to pick from. 85% of them are trash. So it's like, what do you? It's crazy.
It don't matter if they're all wonderful people. If
it's still not enough.
Even if 90% of black men just marry black women, there's still going to be an imbalance. The numbers just don't go together. And my thing is here's my thing. Why would you want a woman to suffer, not have a husband, not have a family, because they're waiting to be picked? My thing is I look at my counterpart, Becky. We'll say Becky, and I don't care who she dates. In fact, I hope she finds somebody that takes care of her and treats her right. I mean, I can't see wanting, because my wife's black, I can't see myself having hate for a white woman. Why? That makes no sense. How would that benefit me?
I'll tell you. Okay. I'll tell you one thing. I went on a show. I was like, I wasn't going to go on the show, right? I clicked it on YouTube and I said, let me go on this show. Because some people just think they're just doing shows and they don't know when God's going to come up on their show. They don't know when God is going to use somebody. So I went to the show. When I looked on the screen, it had a black woman on one side, and then the guy had a gun. that's his logo, facing the black woman head. And I said, "What?" So I pressed it, and when I went on, the guys was speaking to the woman. It was only one woman on the panel, and they was at her throat. She was black, and I said, "Why is this girl stuck up there?" I said, "Let me go up there. Let me see why she up there." Like they hypnotized her so much that she was locked in with them that she could not see her way out. Like she would need a female to go up there and like talk her back down so she come to her sanity. They was disrespecting her bad, and she was just like gone. And I was like, I went up there and I was speaking and I was connecting with all the guys and I said, y'all full of hate because no matter what I say, you say something over what I say. And then he's like, no. I said, yeah, y'all full of hate. You have hate in your heart. Don't say we have hate in our heart. We don't have no hate. That's what they all say about black men. No, y'all just trying to come up with that scheme. I'm telling you, you have hate in your heart. Because every time I say a word, you come back at me with anger. You try to fix it around. No matter what I say good, it will always be bad to you. So I said to them at the end, I said, hear this. I said, what about this? We're gonna all split up. That's it. No more black men date black women. We done. We split. We go our separate ways.
Exactly.
That's what I said on the show. I said we go our separate ways from today. Just cancel it. No more connection. We don't have no more kids together. No nothing. Share nothing. He was like, I'm fine with that. I said, I'm fine with that. I'm great. And then the black lady came on. I think she put in the money app and she said, "Are you saying that we should reproduce?" And I said, "It's always going to be that one. I'm fine with you. You want to stay with them, no problem. But I am saying we're splitting."
But you know what, Miss Be Graceful, you can't save every black woman. Some black women are there, especially they're not they're gonna die to the day. A black guy could come up to them, shoot them twice, and if they survive and in the hospital, you know what
They're
that
going to
black
go
woman's
back to
gonna
them.
say? It's not all black men. All black men,
Hmm.
they're there. They're in the sunken place of black men, and
Right.
they're not gonna get out. So we also have to anticipate there's going to be a certain amount of black women who's going to stay in Blackistan, and that's fine. That's their choice, and they can endure. They can take the brunt of it. They can get the disrespect, the
Yeah, stay all in it.
denigration. They
Hmm.
can get the abuse, the physical, the emotional, the mental, the verbal. They let them deal with it, and then at the end of their
Hmm.
life, they're gonna be like, I woulda, coulda, shoulda, and then they have to look back on their life as that. We have to
Right.
live our life. Black women move in silence, date, don't
And move
and
forward.
move
Hmm.
forward. It's
Hmm.
time to let this go. It's time to separate.
I think it don't really it bothers me to see the hate because I know where some of the hate is coming from. Some of the hate is coming from trauma and a whole bunch of other stuff because there are some women that are guilty of doing things to their sons and have to their black sons. I'm talking about mothers now. And there are some black mothers that have done stuff to their daughters, and there are some black fathers that have done stuff to their daughters and their sons. So some
Yes.
of the kids have been traumatized. Now they grow up and then those are traumatized kids in their 30s, now traumatized kids in their 40s, some of them acting out. And some of them got therapy and got healing or whatever, and they're doing better now. But for the ones that's traumatized, that hurt is coming out in relationship and out in the community. But people don't have no time no more right now to wait for you to grow to you 60 years old. So
No.
we're black women are saying we're out. No
You
Yes.
time
know
to.
what?
And
You,
honestly, I'm be honest with you, Brad. I never even when I was a little girl, I didn't have a thing for black boys. So I like white guys. So it's just I don't really care. But I don't like to see the hate. Like you, they hate so much. Just
Yes.
a hate in their
It's a
eyes. You
deep.
can hear
It's
to
a
them.
deep
Yeah, it's
seated.
deep. It's
It's a
bad.
deep seated visceral hate, and the thing is, they act out in violence. They don't when you
Mhm,
reject
mhm, mhm,
if you
mhm.
reject them, they act out in violence. If you leave
Want
them,
throw
they act
bottles
out
and
in
stuff. Hmm.
violence. If they
Yeah.
see you with someone else, there was a guy on YouTube was telling people trying to dog whistle black men. If you see a black woman with a non-black man, do something, harm them, do something
You
to them.
see it? You
And
are
see?
you
like,
serious?
yeah. His name is Nature Boy.
At some
Oh,
point, we're gonna have to build like the black women. Well, black women are building their stuff now, but at some point, the black women gonna have to build. We're gonna have to build our own stuff where we have a defense team to back up, so this can stop, and we have to level up so we can get laws in place. And the white man gonna have to level up too to protect us. At some point, something gonna have to give because
Look
we
at
can't just be open like this, like just letting this slide like that no more. As soon
listen.
as that's it.
I don't live in the open carry state, but I can I keep myself protected. I'm gonna put it that way. That's all I'm gonna say. I keep myself protected because
we're 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 an open carry state. We can carry as long as it's in sight, unless you got a concealed weapon permit. But we're an open carry state. You can wear it on your belt as long as it's in sight, unless you got a concealed permit.
No,
Um,
I'm not talking about that part. I'm talking about the next level. The next level. Levels like Candace Owens, meeting with people in other levels and setting up the community so people know, okay, when you see a black woman, you have to respect her because if you don't, these are the consequences that come forth with here. That's what I'm talking about. Talking
it's
about levels up.
first of all, that's not going to happen. Be graceful at this moment. I'm going to tell you why. Because black women keep caping, marching, protesting for a group of men who despise and can't stand them. As and and that's why these police, why when we're missing or harmed or our bodies are found, the investigations aren't as huge and large expand as it would for a Becky, Ling Ling, or someone else, because they look at us. They look at us. We complain about these men, but these same men are the ones who are killing us, harming us. But then we want to get in the street and talk about defund the police. We want to get on the street protesting Black Lives Matter. We want to do all this stuff, but then in the same breath, please protect us. Nobody's going to do that until Black women really separate themselves and let Black men fend for themselves. That's it. We have to let them fend for
No,
themselves.
I'm not talking about Black men. I'm not talking about Black women building something for their self. I don't
I
participate in
believe
none
that.
of those stuff. I don't, those Black Lives Matter with that man thing. I stopped doing that probably when I'm 35 right now. I stopped being a partner when I was like 12.
I've
I don't know.
never
I
marched.
just stopped.
I've never
I
marched.
stopped thinking about it because the schools teach about it. I don't care. I was just like, what is this about? What is
Natasha
this
Taylor.
stuff? What is this nonsense about?
Natasha Taylor said the police are very much needed. You're absolutely right, Natasha Taylor. They are needed. I appreciate my police officers.
Amen.
Yeah, you do need police. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But
I didn't know that guy was the nature boy was talking about violence.
Yeah, it's not just him. It's a lot of
Is that the
Hotep.
polygamist?
Hmm?
Is that the polygamist guy?
Yes, that's the polygamist, and it's another couple of Hotep. And there's some other Hotep Black males. They're talking about, yeah, we got, they want us to be their mules, their slaves. They want us to work, take care of the kids, take care of their homes while they sleep with other women. They want us to be submissive. They want us to be slaves. That's what they want from us. It's just facts. They don't want us. They just need us. Because they don't want to, a lot of them, not all of them, but now a lot of them don't want to work. They don't want to provide. They don't want to protect. They want us to do those roles, but they want to be treated like kings and treated like gods and treated like men. And we're supposed to be submissive. It's crazy. They want us to pay 90. It's insane. They're delusional. That's why I don't care about anything they say. I don't watch movies with them in it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't watch. I do listen to
disconnect.
music, but I don't listen to any political views they have. I don't care about what they think.
Right.
They don't care about us. That's just how it is.
Yeah, separation.
Yeah, no, I didn't know there was a violence thing. I'm like, there's just no need for that stuff. I mean, if you think about it, Black men have all the women they need. They can have, right? I mean, statistically, I mean, I don't understand it. What would they be losing if a few women date out? I just don't get why.
Because it's it's reminding them of how conquered they are. That's why.
Well, I mean,
it reminds them that your wife dating you reminds them that they're conquered. That's what it is.
But they're not conquered right now.
They are conquered. They will forever be conquered. That's just facts. Let's stop. I'm sorry, Brent. I'm not screaming at you, Brent. I'm screaming at this conversation. They will always be conquered. They're conquered. And that's why they hate to see you and Sandy together, because it reminds them like, oh, wow. I said that Sandy would maybe to get a good man, and look, a good man for almost 30 years. They hate that. They despise it because you remind them of what they're not, because they want to be Brent. Let's stop. Don't get me started. You don't want me to start, Brent. Stop it. Don't make me start, Brent.
What is this? Laney says, what does Black men control? Oh,
nothing.
Oh, okay. Own or control. Okay. I kind of read that wrong. No, my thing is I'm not going to go and say they're conquer, none of that stuff.
I'm sorry.
Okay, but I'm just looking at the imbalance when it comes to women and getting married and stuff. And I've always had the thing for Black women. I've always been attracted to them. And back in the day when I was a teenager, that's who I wanted to be with, and that's who I chose to be with. And I'm with my wife today because of that. And it wasn't a thing. I just saw the beauty and the blessings in Black women. That's just, it is what it is. And, but it's not like I took somebody's wife away, especially if only a quarter or getting married. It's like there's 75% open, isn't it? I mean, and let's say the numbers are skewed. Let's say 50%. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of women.
They don't even marry their preferences. They don't even marry Becky, Ling Ling, and Maria Brent.
Well, some of them do.
Not the majority. They're the new single mothers, baby mothers.
Yeah.
You getting mad at me, Brent?
No, I'm not getting mad. I'm just listening to you. I just no, I've been watching YouTube talk about that and stuff. I've seen Cynthia G go in on them, and man, she's on a mission going after black men. I'm like, wow. And the thing of it is I watched her back in the day when she was pro black men. I mean, she like
Where's the charger wire?
huh?
Give me the charger.
What? What she said?
Oh, I don't know.
What did you say, Graceful?
Oh no, not you guys.
Oh, you're talking to someone else? No, I watched her, and then it just seems bizarre because you remember her back in the day. She was like pro black man, and
Yes.
now it's like flipped. Like she's going in on him, and
it's the awakening.
I think she wants to be with them, but I think it's her version of tough love, I guess. But showing what they're not doing. I don't know.
It's an awakening. It's just we all have been there. I haven't been there in a very long time, but we've all been there at one point because we were again conditioned and indoctrinated to be there, to have this sort of mindset. Oh, white men are the enemy, white men are the devil, they're evil, they're crazy, whatever. We've been told, and then when you start seeing, when you open your eyes and you actually you look at your experiences, you look at the experiences of your mom, your grandma, your aunties, your cousins, and everyone is saying the same thing. Everyone's comparing notes right now, and everyone is getting the same results. It can't be everyone else, and that's what's happening. So it's an awakening. The awakening.
You know what? We're having an awakening too. Like I was saying, how I was describing black women and the good qualities they have. And I made videos about that. My eyes were open. I'm like, these women are awesome. They're amazing. And I'm just like, wow, this is like a hidden treasure right in front of us. And like when I met my wife, I knew it was going to work. It was like there was no doubt. And I just seen, I don't know, you know how like you're saying, your eyes are open. You see the truth. You don't see the stereotypes. You know, and I think people are starting to open their eyes and see that. And I think that's why interracial relationships are increasing. It's not just increasing because you can do it now. It's more like, hey, I see this woman here. She's beautiful, but she's got it together. She's, and you just gravitate to that. And, you know, that's my life story, really. I mean, and I talk about black women a lot, all the time. And, well, they're part of my life. I've been married to my wife longer than I've been alive, really. I mean, truthfully, I have. Little bit more than half my life. You know, I'm 52 now, and I've been married over 27 years. So, well, it's at least half. I mean, but that's a lot of years. And then, you know, I interracially dated back when I was 16 till the time I got married. So, I mean, black women have been a part of my life for most of my life. And I've seen the good. I mean, not all are great. Of course, there's good and bad in every group, but I've seen a lot more good, a lot more, you know, awesome qualities. And I've seen the true blessing. And my eyes have been open. You know, how you guys are talking, people's eyes are being open. Mine been open the other way. And a lot of men that I talk to, they see the same thing. A lot of white men believe like I do. I'm not. Some people say, well, you're different. Well, to a certain extent, but there's a lot of people like me that they just don't come out and say it because maybe they don't want the reaction, they don't want the backlash. I don't know. I mean, I'm not looking for a fight or any backlash, but you know what? I'm going to tell the truth too, you know. And but anyway,
At some point, there's going to be backlash. You cannot go into infestation and don't. It's just like going to Home Depot. You have an infestation. You go to Home Depot to buy the products. You're gonna have a backlash.
no, there is, and that
They're gonna fight back, and you're gonna have to fight back.
Yep.
That's it. So if I'm gonna be with somebody who's mixed or white, I know for me, he's got to protect me. He's got to have my back. He's got to provide. He cannot make people just stepping all over me. So that's like we have to connect. We have to connect on that level. Like he got to really, because the backlash is going to come. So we're going to be prepared, ready for it. So we got to stand. It would feel like it's Rosa Parks or Harriet Tubman days or something again. Like what is this? Like trying to live in peace, mind our business, move on. Don't just want peace. Don't want to deal with all that nonsense.
Well, you know, in today's world, you got to fight for what you want. You really do.
Yeah, you have to. You have to.
Yeah, I mean, no matter how peaceful you are with it, there's always going to be somebody that comes at you with it and don't like it or trying to either discourage you or trying to destroy what you have. Me and my wife have been faced with that our whole life. I mean, well, the whole time we've been married. And, you know, it's, for the most part, it's been awesome, great. But, you know, there's sometimes you run into people that just against what you're doing. And, you know, that's why I come online and tell my story, because I want people to know they can date out. They can do it.
Right.
You have the right to be happy. You have the right to be with whoever you want to be with. And, you know, and it don't matter who you are. I mean, I have the right to date whoever I want, as long as they accept me, right? Or marry whoever I want. And I asked my wife for her hand in marriage, and she accepted. So, you know, we have the right to do that. And I don't like when people are shamed for choosing their own path.
Agree.
You know, and for me, I just don't understand why anybody would be worried about that. Or I don't know. Maybe I'm just an individual and I just want to do what I want to do and I don't care what people think, but it's just weird to me. I mean, I can't get mad at a Becky for dating out that I don't even know. That don't make sense. Or I just
right.
You know, but I see people doing that, and I'm like, why? And the Serena thing, why would you even care? She's not even around. You can't. Most of the people that are worried about her and her husband don't even have access to her. So why would you worry? I don't. It don't benefit you either way. I mean, I hope their marriage is going to do good. I hope that everything's good, but. I mean, whether it's good or bad, it affects my life. It don't affect my life either way.
I was walking somewhere a few days ago into a store because I don't really care. I don't care. Like I don't care about them. And I don't know. It's kind of weird when I see the black woman with the white guy. They act normal. They just act like civilized people, right? But when I see the black guy with the white woman, he act like he don't have no sense. So I was just like, yes. I wonder if it was me. I was like, okay, I wasn't looking at him though. I was looking somewhere else. Like literally, I don't care because I'm all in my mind was just thinking about white guys. So I'm looking at all white guys and I don't really care about him. But I was walking and he like started grabbing her and walking up more stiffer, and I'm like, okay. And then I'm like laughing with my daughter, like this guy is crazy. I don't care.
Hey, can I tell you a story about a crazy experience that I witnessed? So I was at the beach this year, in the city. And so there's an area where you can purchase food and drinks. So everybody's there. It's me, my friend, and then there's these two white guys there, and then this white woman, pretty white woman, and this black guy walked up. So what he does, they put their stuff down so she would go to the register to buy food, to go to the counter to buy food. He looks around to see if anybody was looking. He looks at us, and then he started like trying to tongue her down. She was so gross. She was so gross by him. She pushed him away, like, okay, calm down, and then went to the register. She was so disgusted. And the two white guys on the side was just looking like, really? Why is he doing that? That's stupid. and then me and my friend, and then we caught the white guy's eyes, and I looked at him, and I was just shaking my head laughing, and we all was just like laughing. It's like it's a spectacle. He needs to prove. Look what I got.
Yes.
Look what I got. Look what I got. It's not about love with them. It's about
it's not.
About escapism. It's about trophy. It's about it's about curiosity. It's about it's about escapism. It's not about love. It's really not genuine. It's about status. It's about something.
It's all about that.
It's not about
having a place to live. It's all that stuff.
It's not about love. It's absolutely nothing about love. And it's not. And it was so embarrassed. The woman was so embarrassed by him. She was a gorgeous woman too. She was so like, and he was acting like a 5-year-old.
She was confused.
Like, up and down. Like, yeah, look what I got. I got me a blonde, blue-eyed Becky. Ooh, look at this. And he made a fool of himself. He made a fool of himself. It was ridiculous, Graceful and Brent. It was everybody was just laughing at them. You're such a loser. Such a loser.
Oh, wow. Maybe you just hadn't had a good. I don't know. Maybe it's like, you know how when you hit the lottery, you never had it.
Yeah.
Go crazy. Maybe it's kind of like that. I don't know.
Oh my God. Wow.
Oh, Brett, Natasha Taylor said, when you get a chance, forward me your email. Forward me her email. Natasha Taylor in the chat said, when you get a chance, forward me your email.
Your email?
No, her email. I'm sorry, I'm tongue-tied. Her email. I apologize.
Oh.
It's in the chat. You can read it if you want.
Okay. Yeah, I think to give me. Oh, okay. She wants me to give you her email.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. I'll do that after the show, I guess.
Yes. Yeah. No, not now, sir. Not now.
Yeah. No. I'm not going to do it now. I'm a guy with the one-track mind. I start trying to do multiple things. I'll probably turn off the live and. Yeah.
Can I say something else real quick? Even when you're in when you're in the store with them and they with one of the Beckys, it's like when they see you, they all of a sudden they need to and the Beckys do it too. They all of a sudden they will need to hug up and lick. They lick. They want your attention so bad. I don't even give it to them. I can see them.
No, I don't look.
I can see
I don't even care.
I can see it from my peripheral vision. They always like trying to lick and hold each other. Like I was on the beach and there was this huge Becky, this ginormous 400-pound Becky with a black guy, and she kept looking at me like she wanted me to see him with her. I don't care about you or him,
right? And
it's like I want you to see me. And then when I kind of my head just kind of turned in their direction. I wasn't even looking. She looked at me and she started kissing on him. It's like, what is your problem? Well, I mean, why are you like this? They belong together. They're children. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's weird. Where do they get some of these pictures of these guys with these Beckys? I saw Cynthia G on one of her videos.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, no way, this can't be true.
The old woman.
I just like, oh my goodness.
It's true.
It's
true.
She was like 90 years old.
Oh, that
like
one
90.
Where that old lady was with that guy, and he looked like a young guy. I was like, no way, dude, you could do better. Come on, man. I was just. I know not all of them date women like that. They're searching for that. I know they are. I was just like, oh my God. No, I saw that one, and it was like And you know, I'll watch her show, and it's just entertaining. I don't agree with a lot of stuff she says, but I'm just like, I just laugh because it's like, oh my God, where'd you get this stuff? And I guess, you know, her followers send her the material and stuff. And yeah.
It's
But no.
it's a spectacle. It's ridiculous, and they always putting on a show for everybody. Like no one cares. No one cares. No one cares. Sometimes I even smile at them, like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'll even smile at the woman just to let her know, just to disarm her, to let you know it's not that serious. I don't give 10 craps about him.
Like you're going to get mad.
I want to shake her hand and say thank you, Becky. I appreciate you. Thank you for taking him out of the community. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
I don't even care.
Thank you for being the new single mother. Thank you. Thank you for being the new abandoned single mother. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I see. What the thing is that those type of guys, they think that all black women are the same. So you have a black woman that just don't care, and you have black women that cares.
That will, yeah.
So they look at it and think, oh, she cared, but not knowing that, hey, do you know that I'm not really interested in your type?
Exactly.
That's what you don't know. Like, I can go to a dinner with you and your white wife, and I can come with the white guys, and I'm okay with you still laughing with you and laughing with them. That's how I am. So it's like you thinking, hey, I can hurt her. I don't really care for your type, so I don't care. It don't bother me. So you can do what you want to do.
I'm extra nice, and when I do have to interact, I'm extra nice to them.
Yeah, they think it's weird at that time.
They think you're weird. They be like Graceful. They look at me like I'm crazy when I'm nice.
Like it's not working. Like it's not working.
Why isn't she an angry black woman? Why is she not hurt? Why is she not like wah wah wah? You stole the good black man. I don't care.
Yeah.
We love each other, be with each other, enjoy each other. Like God,
right.
God bless. Do you like? It's not
right.
serious.
Right.
Be with who you want to be with. It's not that serious.
Mm-hmm.
Like God, you didn't take anything from me. You know what they act like? They act like white women came in the middle of the night, with unmarked cars with guns, held guns to black men's head, and made them get into the vehicle and rolled off from the hood and took them from us. You didn't take anything from us. They did cartwheels to get to you. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. Be there. It's all right. I'm happy for you. You belong together. I'm sorry. I just think that's how I feel. Like it's not that serious.
So Becky's are going in droves to snatch him up.
Yeah, in the middle of the night, you took a. They stole our men. I hate when black women say that.
And you know what? You know what? I don't think white men ever. I don't think they carry anymore. I think they stopped carrying back in 1984 because I haven't seen nobody get mad.
I don't see them getting on.
I haven't.
I would love to hear what Natasha Taylor have to say too, Josh.
About what?
Everything.
Yeah, well, anybody's welcome to come on. The panel's open. It's a open panel.
I don't want it to always be me.
I know you.
Yeah.
Graceful, she came on.
I love that she's on. This is phenomenal. Yeah. Like April comes on. And you know, I love it. I like when other people come on. I want to hear some more guys come on.
I do too. April's awesome when she comes on. You're April. I mean, you're awesome too, Miss Know-It-All. And Graceful, it's good to have you. And sometimes, you know, some of the guys will come on every now and then. Corey's been on. Jersey guy's been on. Josh, still waiting for you, buddy. Anyway.
Brent, put your email in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, because people are asking for it.
Okay. It's in my community page also. And it's also in the description box. Mm-hmm. But I'll type it in here. Okay, I'm going to type it in real quick. Okay, it's Roadrunner NM89 at gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put it out here, guys. If you need, if you want to email me, if you want to come on the show, you can. Oh, thanks, April. I appreciate it. April put it up there also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that, April. Thank you. But yeah, Roadrunner NM89 at gmail.com. And make sure you put the NM.
Yes, I made a mistake and messed it up. Definitely.
Yeah, a lot of people do that because they just put Roadrunner 89 and they wouldn't let me create Roadrunner 89. I think there's another person that's got that. So I put the NM, and the NM stands for New Mexico, and then 89. That's why I put that in there.
Mm-hmm.
But make sure you put the NM in there when you email me, or it won't go through. I know there's another YouTuber that had Roadrunner 89, so I had to. I kind of tweaked it in there, and then I put network. Well, it's not network's not in the email, but I kind of had to change up my channel a little bit, and I wanted it more of a network because see, this is what I like, guys. When you come on and we talk and have a discussion, I enjoy that because I get you guys' perspective, and then people that watch like to hear other people besides me talking all the time. And it's just good to get other people in the discussion and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's more interesting, it's more fun, and I enjoy it. I mean, when you guys come on, I enjoy it a lot. And one of the trolls came on and says, you only got 14 people watching last night, and I was like, oh well, yeah, that's good. I mean, I'm a small channel, but you know what? I'm grateful for what I have. I thank God for you guys coming on. And even if there's only 2 people watching, I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
I enjoy this. This is a hobby. I don't have to pay my mortgage on YouTube.
Exactly.
There's no way I could. I mean, so it's a hobby. I mean, I make like pennies on the dollars. This video, if we get like 500, I might make $3 or something. It's not a lot of money. It's really not.
Yeah.
But I'm not there for the money. And in fact, when people do stickers and stuff, I feel guilty because that's not what I'm here for.
Yeah.
I'm here for the interaction.
Right, right.
I'm here to talk to people. I'm here to promote interracial relationships, dating and marriage, and letting people know, hey, if I can make it, me and my wife, you can too. Yeah. And, but, when I say that, you got to be all in, though. It's not a thing where we do 50-50, we bring 100.
Yeah.
But I like to promote that. And I like to tell my story because enough say, well, swirling gone wrong or whatever they want to say, but they never talk about the ones that make it. They never talk about the success stories.
Nope.
Always looking for the negative. But you guys want to know, the truth, look at numbers, research numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But there's failures in every group. I mean,
absolutely.
But statistically, Black women and white men are leading the way right now. They just are. It is what it is.
They do well. But can I say something real quick?
Yeah,
two things. Everybody, don't forget to like the video. That's one. And Natasha wants to know what she wants to come on, but she doesn't want her face shown. And Corey was telling her to just you're gonna see a button and it says camera, and you're gonna hit the cam, and when it turns red, Natasha, your face won't show. So
and I would say too, Natasha, if you want to come on, you don't want to be seen. If you want to come on to one of my lives, I could bring you on before I go live and help you get it to where there's just an avatar like these ladies have where you don't see their face. There is a way you can do that, and I can bring you on. I can show you how to do that. and anybody else, if you don't want to show your face, and I understand, there is a way you can do it. And you can put a picture, or it can just be a blank. But either way, so if Natasha, if you want to come on, and you don't want to show your face, the next live I do, I can bring you on. I can send you the link, and then you could come on. And before we go live, I can show you how to do that, so your face ain't being shown. So I just want to put that out there. And anybody else, if you want to come on, because the topics we talk about, I mean, people shouldn't care about us talking about dating out, but some people are weird. Some people don't like it so much that they might, try to dox somebody, or I've had some weird things happen too, but I understand if you don't want your face showing, and but anyway,
Right.
I if you want to do that, I can send you a link before I go live. So just no offense, but I think Stevie Wonder made this song, Ebony and Ivory.
Yeah, Ebony and Ivory. I can't sing. Ebony and Ivory live together in perfect. But Brent, you were right about your marriage. Like, not only is it, I think it's successful because you have two people who just know how to get things done. And I think I've said this before: black women, white men, and that's why they black women are used to carrying the weight of the world and doing everything. A black white men are socialized, and you've cultivated a culture. You socialize to just do what men are supposed to do, and so like I said, women, it just works better because you have two people who are very capable, and I think that's why black women and white men work together. And that's just my theory, my observation and theory. Is just it's successful because it's just you two people know how to get things done, are capable, and can hold your own. So that's a compliment to each other. Where in the opposite with Becky and Tyrone, you have two people resting in their femininity. You got two women. It doesn't work out when two people are resting in their femininity. Somebody got to be the feminine. Somebody got to be the masculine. Black women, we know how to fall back to be the feminine, but we know how to elevate the masculine. And I think that's the difference.
Yeah, we're more strategic. It's like, with me and my wife, it wasn't just that we love each other and we did our roles good. I mean, we understood I'm the man, she's a woman, and we complement each other, but we're also like business partners too. My wife's educated. She does very well in the corporate world. I mean, black women, a lot of them do. They could, a lot of them can have that professional and traditional, where a lot of women are either one way or the other. Not saying other women can't do that too, but I'm just saying a lot of black women, are doing both. It's like my wife, she's a good mother, a good wife, but she does good in the corporate world. She does very well financially. She don't need me to make it. I mean, but that's not why we're married. We're married because we love each other. But, that's what makes our marriages awesome is that's what makes us the power couple, because you got two working, two coming together and making it happen. And, and I'm seeing it. And, it's awesome. But I mean, it just, I don't know. It's just, I always, and it's weird because I see the truth, and a lot of times I see it looking back, But
Natasha wants you to send her the link. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'll send her the link. Let me get it up here real quick. Sorry, I lost my thought. I was going to say something on top of that, but
I'm sorry.
No, it's not you. I was, as I was talking, I kind of drifted a little bit. But my thing is we're the power couple and we make it happen. And if you look like at and I'm starting to see more black women in the suburbs and more than like the city. Does that make sense? I know where I live, it seems that way, and maybe there's more professional black women that are in those areas. Oh, there's April. Hey, April, good to see you.
Hey Brent, hey Chad.
Hello.
How's everybody?
Well,
I
Good.
just wanted to say because Natasha said in the chat a song that Stevie
Uh-huh.
Wonder had sung, but it
Yeah.
just gave me a flashback because the movie Jungle Fever came out in like 1991, so I was about 10, and Stevie Wonder pretty much I think did that whole entire soundtrack. And just every time I saw a black man with like a white woman in my mind, that song just always popped in my head. You know,
Oh,
he's got jungle fever, she's got jungle. It was just that was just always what it was. And if you compare the two songs, Ebony and Ivory, he was talking about like it was more of a slower tempo of somebody, two people being in love. And if you really listen to Jungle Fever, it's really like a hype song, like, oh shit, they're in love. Okay, he got a white girl, she got a black man. It was just really a lot of hype. So
yeah.
um that's what I always thought. Like, okay, go ahead, you're it took a lot. I mean, that's what I looked at it like. It took a lot for a white woman to risk, her resources to be with a black man. That's how I always was told.
mm-hmm.
So, and this was by black men. So, for her to risk all her resources and get her ass whipped by her whole community, her whole white community, and she be a whole grown woman and be disowned. I mean, she's risking a lot. So I just was in my head, they must be in love because she went crazy. If you listen to Stevie Wonder's lyrics,
Yeah.
she's gone white girl crazy. Ain't no freaking. I was like, oh my God, like who would create lyrics like that? But if you really like somebody, go for it. So that's how I viewed it. As a child, I felt like, that's what they presented, that's just who they love. And I
I
was just like, okay, so I don't think that notion that black women are jealous. I never was jealous. I mean, it just was like, okay, y'all in love. People that are in love with each other, not in love with what everybody else wants them to see. So I have, as Miss Know It All was telling about different black men that do showcase in the middle of stores, I started flashing back to a couple they would just stand in the middle of the store. Everyone's just going about their day. And I do recall a situation where the white woman asked me, ma'am, excuse me, is that an aloe leaf? And so it clearly was, but I just didn't know. I think they wanted to be seen. And I think it was probably off of the things he probably was feeding her. He probably was feeding her, black women are gonna do this, black women are gonna do that. And they weren't getting the responses or the attention that they thought they were gonna get. Like nobody's really people got other shit. I mean, I think of Cat Williams, like, no, we don't climb trees. We got bills and stuff to pay. So we don't really I know I just don't. Like in Walmart, if I see a black man with a white girl and she got dreadlocks, I'm like, oops, wrong aisle. I meant aisle 6. It's okay. I don't bash him. I just, that's who he like and that's what she like. So, I just want to put that out there. Not every black woman hates or despises when a black man is with a white one. I don't. I can't speak for every black woman, but I know I specifically don't. I just simply say that's just not the man for me and keep it pushing. I don't need to be derogatory to this group of men because that's what he prefers. That's
I
all I'm saying. But that notion that this black woman is jealous because you somehow have conquered and got a black man, it's not gonna make me jealous.
No.
It would not me. So I just wanted to put that out there. I don't want women. I just really want that to be something that's debunked because it's like all of this stuff like we're jealous and it's no competition like that. We don't compete. That's what they're saying. Like we need to compete. I've never competed for a black man. I've never was one of those type of women to,
Well,
you know, you have those black women who are what I call those wing and appetizer chicks, and they're in just groups, and they have a certain demeanor, a certain look, and they're black male identified, and they
Yes,
have the
yes.
2 for $15 cocktails, and they're sitting at TGI Fridays with some wing appetizers and the ranch dressing with the celery dip, and they're complaining about they're centering their lives around black men. They're just
Exactly.
some men. They're just some men in general that they just won't choose because of how they carry themselves. That's just the bottom line. So there are just some groups of women that men just generally won't choose based off of certain characteristics. So I just wanted to put that out there. Like every black woman is, I'm very happy for any man that finds who he loves and
Exactly.
keep it pushing. I really learned of all of this hate because I don't really see it out in the street. I really
I
didn't know it was groups of people in a cyberspace really typing words. I mean, I didn't know that there was this war going on, allegedly. So it was really during quarantine that I learned of all of these YouTube channels and all of these things that were going. I mean, I learned so much more vernacular. I'm like, what? I mean, I was like, what? And all of these terms. And so at the end of the day, I don't hate on anybody. Go for yours. Just if you like who you like, I'm not gonna mention a black man. I'm at that point where it's irrelevant, but
yeah.
yeah, I do think that needs to be touched on. Like it would be good if you did a show on like a lot of stereotypes that and if you debunk them, whether it's true or not. I mean, it's not true for every black woman. Not every black woman is spiteful when I'm just not.
Yeah.
I I think a lot of black women don't care. I really do. I think that's like a misconception. And it's like white men too that we're going to be upset because a black man gets a Becky. We don't care. I haven't seen nobody get mad. I think 84 was the last time.
Oh my God. And 84 was a significant year, people. Don't sleep on 84. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I've always seen a genuine, and it's this show called Karen. It's a movie called Karen. I lied to you not. I watched it today.
Oh God.
But I will just say it's on BET, people. So I mean, if you can't stand to see black people, don't watch it. But I mean, it was interesting, but it just I never experienced those things. So when people are talking about things they may experience, I'm like, I have that type of energy where you wouldn't want to make those comments. So when I see and hear these stories, I'm like, where is this occurring? Because they must know the right couple or the right energy, because I couldn't imagine being with my white partner and he and I having any issues with someone coming up to either one of us with their comments. It would be very difficult because our energy. You have to have that energy where no one can penetrate through it when you're out.
Can I?
Well,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah, I used
something
to get
too.
up, most definitely.
Yeah.
Well, can I say
And-
something to that? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah,
Do you want me to say something? Or are you about to say something?
yeah. No, go ahead,
No.
Miss No.
And I was gonna say to her, like, yes, I don't have. Listen, I'll hold the door for a black guy. I'll say hello. I've had guys in the street, hey, how you doing? And I say hi back. I don't want nobody to get the misconception that I hate them. Am I disgusted, disappointed in their behavior? Yes. Am I disgusted, disappointed in how, you show us how you feel about you let us know exactly who you are, but why are we in your music? Why are you we're in your movies? Why do you have to disrespect us? Just leave us alone if you don't like us. What my disappointment with them is that the usury with them. They'll use you, and it's not just me. I've seen it with countless women, and everybody's comparing notes. That's what's happening. This awakening is comparing notes. And like I said, I would never look at a black man with a white woman in the street and make a face like, ew, this. I don't think like that. I mean, I
Hey,
don't
I'm
know.
sorry, Miss Know-It-All. I don't mean to cut you off. I have to step out for a minute.
Go for it. Go.
So go ahead. I'll be right back.
I would never sneer at an interracial couple, no matter what it is. I've always had a little interest in all men, not just white, Asian, Latino. I mean, I think all people are beautiful in every race. Love is love and all this stuff. Love is love, but I think it's not the same genuine situation, but that's okay. Whatever your situation is, let it be. I just get annoyed with the antics. I get annoyed with the behavior. I get annoyed with the foolery and the performative love that those other people have to showcase what you have. Be with your partner and be easy. Live your life. Who are you proving anything to? Why do you have to tongue each other down the minute you see a group of black women? Why do you have to should profess your all of a sudden you profess your love? And then it annoys me when black women do make comments, and like she said, those CGI women who cackle and loud and make faces and get an attitude. Why are you wallowing? Why would you give somebody that much power over you? Even if you do have a certain feelings about it, why would you give someone that much power over you to let them think that their relationships affect you so badly? Like I said, I'd like to shake Becky's hand and say, "Girl, please, good, do it, yeah." Take him on, and whether it's a good relationship or not. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm I have no ill will. I've seen it. I know April just said she doesn't see it, but you see it, you experience. My mother's married to a white guy, my sister's husband was a white guy. I have cousins, and then I have a slew of black male relatives out with Caucasian women. Does it work out? Not necessarily, but that's another story. But at the end of the day, I have no ill will. I would never disrespect a brother or anything like that, but I just don't like the behavior, and I don't like the antics. I don't like the hypocrisy. I don't like, you don't want us, but you don't want to see us with no one else. I don't like when you make threats about seeing a black woman with a non-black white man. And did I tell you guys the story, or did I tell someone else? It was this one brother. So he's a friend of mine, and I was dating someone that wasn't black. He wasn't white, but he wasn't black. And I told my male friend that I've known for a long time. I tell him the story, and he looks at me. Why didn't you give me a chance? And I looked at him like, I didn't even know that was that was on the table. You wouldn't even. Well, I always thought I knew he probably would sleep with me, but I didn't think he would want to have a relationship. And then I told him, well, I like this person. He told me, well, your kids are gonna be ugly. They're gonna have a big nose and a flat ass. I'm sorry for the language. Anyway, my point is that he was so offended at the fact that I was dating someone that wasn't black. And then we had a conversation a long time after that. And we was talking about interracial couples, and he's made the comment, well, white men can't take care, a black woman shouldn't be with a white man. No, I made the comment, I said he was upset about me being interested in non-black men. And he was like, and I asked him, I said, well, why don't you have any beef with black men who date out? Why do you have a beef with us? And then his comment, this was his response, because a black man can't raise a black child. I said, number one, if a white man procreate with a black woman, that is not a white child. That's a biracial mixed child. Two, I said, that's number one. And two, they've been pretty successful, even with 4 black children that they've adopted. So you can't say that. And then I said, number three, you have a whole bunch of children that you do not take care of, and you have grandchildren that you have never even seen. So I don't understand. I'm gonna let somebody else just jump on, but my thing is how hypocritical of you to say a white man can't raise a black child. It's not a black child, it's a mixed child. And two, you don't even take care of your own goddamn kid. You have grown children that don't even speak to you because you never was in their life. Anyway, I'm gonna let someone else get the floor. Who just joined?
Hey, hi guys. This is Grace.
Hey, Grace, how you doing? Good to
Well,
see
it's
you
been a
on the panel.
while.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
been
so
a little bit.
so can you guys hear me? Am I far away or?
No, we hear you just fine.
Okay, great. Yeah, so I just wanted to add on to what she just said. I think obviously these guys have that, it's not all of them, but these guys that tend to whine, and I call them, whiners. They just whine, and and they nag about things that don't even have anything to do with them. Everybody is only we're just looking for that one person, right? It's not like you're going to have all these women. So why are you worried about who somebody is dating? For me, I think it's a mental problem. these people are annoyed. They don't even know why they're offended, but they're just offended because they want to be offended. If this woman isn't dating this, non-black guy, it's not like you're going to marry her. You're not even going to date her. So why are you upset? So I think for me, I think
Yeah.
they have mental problems that they need to go fix. So that's on them. That has nothing to do with me. So I don't even engage in any of those conversations with them. In fact, I don't engage at all with, those men. And then I remember I used to date a guy in I won't say what city, but he was doing pretty well. And he told me a story about he went out with one of his friends. They and the friend he had a what do you call it, like a double date, yeah, with his ex-girlfriend and this other guy. And his ex-girlfriend was biracial, so she was, white and black, and she looked very ambiguous. So, and then the other guy was a black guy too, and he had come with his white girlfriend. And he went on to complain to my friend, saying, "Oh, why are you dating a a black girl? And this is not even a girl that is fully black. This is biracial. That you should be dating a white girl." Can you imagine? This is the kind of conversations this man engage in, because he's a surgeon. Like he's one of those. He's like a neurosurgeon. The other guy was a surgeon. So they think, because what is so special about that? Like, even if is that are those the kind of conversations that you have with those are the kind of things they talk about. And then he works in his hospital, the hospital where he works. He has a non-black um aide, I guess, to be maybe like a receptionist or something, that always complains about every single black girl patient that comes in. She always has something bad to say. So some of these men are surrounded by people that are just negative towards black women, and they're hearing these negative stories every single day, with the guys they hang out with the non-black girls they're around. And even if they had good perceptions of black women in the beginning, they're surrounded by so much negativity that they start to see us in that light. But like I said, we don't have to engage this men. I think there's something wrong with them mentally, if that's how they choose to behave, or how they choose to, if they can't think for themselves. And that's my
Yeah.
2 cents.
Well, I would say those of us that have our eyes open, we see the positive in black women. Like I've always said, I see the blessing. I see the good. I don't see the negativity. In fact, the stereotypes I see is like on TV, or I don't see it in real life. Now there are some people that fit the stereotype, but most black women, the ones I'm around are professional. The ones I'm around, and well, because they're around my wife, you might say, and my wife's more traditional or professional, and these women are like her. So they're kind of, so that's what I see. But growing up, I've seen awesome things about black women, and that's why I always gravitated towards them. So I mean, some people have negative. I don't know. And maybe that girl was jealous of black women.
That's the thing, is the jealousy. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And these men, they don't realize, I don't know, some of these men, I feel like they don't have critical thinking skills. They're not equipped to think, have their own mind. I mean, why does somebody's opinion, what does that have to do with your experience in life, your experiences with these women, which have mostly been positive? Somebody else comes in and tells you all these bad things, and then you start to see something that is supposed to be a positive as a negative. Like,
Yeah.
for example, what black girls are known to be very nurturing. All these other girls come and tell you all these negative things, and then that's something that quality that's supposed to be nurturing, you start seeing it as I think they call it mammy, or whatever it is they call it. And then all these other good qualities, our hair, which is very unique. Nobody has nobody else carries the versatility that our hair carries, right? But then everybody else comes in, you look at them, and then you start to see negativity in yourself. It doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, that's that's my own perspective. But I'm not a man, so I don't know what this man is thinking.
Yeah, if they're going to believe what somebody tells them, like you said, they're not thinking for themselves. I mean, and that's why I always say, get to know people. Don't go off the stereotypes, because you're going to find out. You know what? The stereotypes I see, I don't see it in real life. I really don't. And stereotypes. What are they designed for? To make people look bad. That's what they're for. But you get to know people, you find out, hey, they're really not like that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know why some people, I don't know, live in a bubble and believe what other people tell them instead of finding out for themselves. But it sounds to me like that lady that was telling these guys that, sounds to me she was jealous, or she had some kind of personal problem with black women.
I think her ex-boyfriend probably left her for a black girl. That's what I think.
Hey, that could be.
Somebody else joined. Who is that?
Grace.
No, Grace was always there. It was me, you, Grace, April.
Be graceful.
There's a fifth person. Who's that?
Yeah, be graceful. Be graceful. You still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's Grace and Be Graceful.
Oh, okay. Hi, Grace. I'm sorry.
Because I looked at that too, and I was like, oh my God, okay, she's coming on. Because sometimes you'll get dropped off, and sometimes you'll have two of the same person. I thought that's what was happening. Right. But then I looked at it, and I remember Grace was on one of my lives a while back. So I remember her. So, yeah, it's two different people. Grace just joined us recently.
Oh, nice.
So there's 5 of us on the panel tonight. And 15 in the building watching. So is that troll around to let me know I only got 15? Me, I'm ecstatic. I think that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, my thing is, and the show, what I started about is, live your life. Who you want to be with, fight for what you want. I mean, because it's your life. I mean, the person you get with, the person you marry, you got to fight for that person.
Right.
And there ain't nobody that's going to ever disrespect my wife. Period. End of story. I don't care if they're my family, friends. Well, they would no longer be my friends. But, and as men, you got to protect the women you're with. And women, be loyal to the man you're with. I mean, it's really not hard. I mean, it's natural for men and women to come together and be married and have families. And, the racial dynamic, when it comes right down to it, we're just people. We just look different. But we all want the same things in life. And with me and my wife, we're so much alike, it's not even funny. If you put us on paper, you'd say they're almost identical. But if you look at us, I mean, I'm a white guy, she's black, and we're like the extremes. I'm real light complected and she's real dark complected. So, I mean, as a societal thing, some people say, whoa, why are they together? But, we work, but we have the same goals. We have the same, we're on a mission. We want the same things in life. We want the marriage. We want the kids. We want our family to grow. And when you get two people that are focused on that, there's nothing that can stop you. There's no amount of hate. There ain't no amount of trolls and idiots and society, and there's nothing that can stop you. The only thing that can stop you is yourself. And, look at the numbers, guys. if you have any question, you see these guys that say, "Oh, look, that interracial couple didn't work. That proves it don't work." No, look at the numbers. Look at the stats. You know, if they bring you stats and say, "This is by this study, this is what they found out," that makes sense. But if you take one instant or one situation and try to base it on make it a blanket statement, it makes no sense. And that's what I want to put out there. And you know, but you got to fight for what you want. You know, don't let people run your life. Don't make decisions on your life. And I'll tell you a story. My wife's got two friends that are in their 50s. Beautiful women, you know, very successful. You know, in the making the six-figure thing, like KS says, the quality man makes that. Well, these are women that make this by themselves. These are professional Black women that have made it work, but never been married. And these women were, you know, loyal. They wanted the Black man, and they waited, and it just didn't happen. I don't know why, but it's sad. And I think it's because of the imbalance that we were talking about.
Yeah.
And now these women are like, well, they just want a man to be there that loves them. You know, but we're conditioned to stay with our own. You know, you say Black women are conditioned, white people are conditioned. We all been to stay with our own group that looks like us.
We're tribal. Yeah, we're tribal by nature.
Yeah, and you just feel comfortable with people you're used to being around. But you know what? Since I dated out, I'm not uncomfortable. I got out of that uncomfortable stage. I could be around Black women. I could, you know.
Brad, just wanted to say something because I'm about to come off right now anyway.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
God bless you and your family. Wish you the best. I'm very happy to see I'm happy to see older people actually, older Black women actually being happy. I've seen a lot of older Black women like just in the house, no husband, a companion is the animal, and it was very irritating to see. Yeah, so I'm very happy now to see some of them, they're getting married, whether it's out the race. I'm happy for it, and that the man is treating her like she's supposed to be treated. Doesn't matter if you're old or young. Your husband's supposed to treat you like a wife.
That's
right?
right.
Love and care for you. It doesn't matter what your age is. I've seen older women of different race, their husband treat them real good. They're old. They get old together. So I'm happy to see that for your wife, and I'm hoping to see that more for other Black women, because some of them come to me and they say, "Oh, I don't want nobody. I just want God." And I'm just like, mm-hmm. And then later on, they're like, "Oh, you see that person? I would have liked to be married, but something happened." I'm like, come on, you still have, as long as you have life, you still have an opportunity, but you keep on going back to that same person, that same. You gotta go to a different, because the other races like you, the Mexicans like you. They trying to talk to you. Sometimes I be working with the Mexicans trying to talk to them. I'm like, go for it, and they pushing it. I say, oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. You're pushing. God is literally sending these people to you, and you're pushing them away. The Spanish people are coming to you, and you just like, they talk to you. You go into the store. Some of them own the store. You don't even, the business owner don't have a sign on his head say he owns the store. He owns the store, and God give you opportunity to say, hey, I want to take you off your feet, and you push him away. And no. And he's so nice. So don't make opportunities pass you by, please.
You know what? I've seen that a lot.
Yeah, it's so nice to them.
I would approach a Black woman and she'd be like, "Are you serious?" Or just being shocked at me talking to her like, "Oh, you want to go out with me? What?" Like, but you know, that's sometimes how we get. Like, it's like they don't believe what's really happening. You're right. Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah, I've seen it, and when I said I've seen that, and the guys are always nice. They're just nice. They're just nice. They even try to conversate with them every time they come back, and I'm like, probably giving them discounts. I'm like, don't you know that's flirting? Like, you flirting with you. And it's like, oh, I should have took the opportunity when I had it. Now he's married and gone. Try again. Opportunity's gonna come by again. Take it. Because most of these people that approach him, they own businesses. And it's like, oh, I don't want somebody short Mexican. Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe that's what God has for you.
You know what's funny?
I don't know. No.
Yeah. No, you'd never know. There was one guy I work with, right? And we would get off to work together and go to the store. And there's this black woman and she was from Africa and stuff. And he liked her, the white guy. And he's like, well, I don't think she'll be interested in me. And he was just, he would talk, but he's just so scared. And I just got fed up. I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of you talking about it. Just talk to her. Tell me what you And he wouldn't. So I just walked in. I said, you know what? He really likes you, but he's too afraid to say anything. But he wants to talk to you. He's really into And he's like, ugh. And she was like, well, he can talk for himself. And I put him on the spot. He was so mad at me. But you know what? They ended up dating.
Yep, they connect.
Yeah,
that conversation clicked.
They're going to get married now. I'm just
Oh, that's beautiful. That's so beautiful.
That's so nice.
And Brent, you shot the shot for him. Good for you.
I did. I put him on the spot because I was so tired of him, hesitating and I just threw him under the bus. But it got him where he wanted to be. So hey, he was mad at me at first, but very glad I did it. So, but yeah. I mean, you just never know. I mean, a lot of times we think people of a certain group, a certain race, they aren't going like us. And you know what? And I've heard black women say this, that they don't think white guys or men of other races will like them. They've been told they don't. And truth be told, it's the total opposite, And that's why interracial relationships are growing, every day more and more, because people are reaching out for black women. And truth be told, the black women that aren't dating out is because the black women don't want to do it, or they don't allow it. It's not the white men, and it's not the men of other races that aren't interested. It's the black women that are controlling it. If you really look at it. And they've done studies on this, on men of different races that would date black women. And, it's lopsided. The black women are more cautious, are not wanting to go there, more so than the men. That's kind of interesting because, there's another perception. You just don't know. But anyway, I'm not going to harp on that too much, but you just got to get to know people, and you'll be surprised that people you don't think would have anything to do with you are actually interested in you. And
Okay, then. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Hey, good night.
Okay, bye.
Have a lovely evening.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Glad you came on. Thanks for coming on the panel.
Thanks.
So, good night.
Good night.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, or maybe not ask or say. I guess it's a question and a comment at the same time. So there's this lady very similar to Serena Williams. She had waited. I won't say she waited for black guys, but most of the guys she dated were black for a long time. And then finally, she ended up marrying a Norwegian guy, and they literally married within 3 months. Like, he didn't waste time, and she met him at the cusp of 40, so she was 39. And this guy, she's on YouTube. She talked about it recently, and they've been married now for 13 years, and they seem to be happy because she talks about it on her YouTube channel, and she's like 52 now. They have a
Oh,
son.
nice.
Yeah, like they look really happy. And I'm just saying it's similar to the story Serena Williams story where she was dating all these black guys, they didn't marry her, and finally she met someone, and within a few months he didn't waste time and he married her, and they're happy, and it worked out.
Yeah.
So
You know how long I knew my wife before I married her? 5 months.
oh wow.
5 months after meeting my wife, I married her. I didn't hesitate either. And you're right. If a man really loves you and wants to be with you, he will not hesitate. The ones that hesitate, like, oh, let's see where it goes. I'm not ready. No, those are the ones. They're probably not interested in marrying you. I mean, cold truth. Because if a man wants to marry you, he's going to move heaven and earth to do it. And like I said, I knew my wife 5 months, bam, we're married. And some people are like, oh, that's too soon. It ain't going to work. No, it is going to work. And it did work. But, and is that too soon, 5 months? I thought it was plenty of time to get to know, we could get to know each other. But some people date for years before they get married. Or they date for years and never get married. If a man's really interested in you and wants to marry you, he will do it. He'll make it happen. And nothing will stop him except you. And that's the truth, And, if it shouldn't take a whole year for a man to marry you. I mean, I'm just saying. That's my opinion. Maybe some people think they should wait years, but I've seen people wait years. I've seen women wait years for a guy, and it just never happens.
Oh, please, yes.
And they even have kids together. So, yeah.
I have a friend. A real quick story. I know I always have stories, but I could add stories on stories on stories. Let me tell you. I have a good girlfriend I grew up with. So she had children as a teen. She had 3 boys with this guy for 22 years. He dangled relationship, marriage. He cheated on her, gave her STDs, all this stuff. I'm telling you, it's a horrible story. And at the end of it, he breaks up with her. You know why he breaks up with her? He says that she's too passive after 22 years. And she's beautiful. She's gorgeous.
Wow.
And the fact of the matter, the moral of the story, the cautionary tale is that, it's really prevalent with Black women. I'm not going to say speak for every, but a lot of us, our self-worth, our self-esteem is based on getting a man, being a man, having a man, getting married. And the fact of the matter, she gave up the best years from her teen years to her late 30s to her 40s, the best years of her life to be with someone who at the end of the day, he broke up with you because you're passive, because she was a ride or die. From the toothpaste, the ride or die, she was there from the toothpaste on his teeth to the shoestrings on his sneakers. She's paid for it. She took care of him. And at the end of the day, she didn't get a return on her investment. You don't stay with someone for so long. And Corey Hager and Corey in this chat says, when a guy wants you, he knows you want you, and he's not going to make you wait that long. And
He's not.
And he's really not. And he dangled it, and he was always cheating. He was always doing stuff, and he always told her, "Well, don't you ever not cheat on me." But he felt like he had the right to cheat on her. 22 years of her life, from the time she was a teenager, 22 years of her life. And at the end of the day, she got no return on investment. He never valued her. And he never saw her worth. And she was there for him through thick and thin, through everything. It's a cautionary tale. Don't waste years and years with someone. If somebody want to be with you, they will be with you. And I've been proposed to, and I was with someone less than a year and a half. Only reason it didn't go through because he had his issues. He has some issues. But at the end of the day, no one dangles that carrot marriage over your head for years.
That's right. You're right. No, I mean, I didn't hesitate with my wife. In fact, and she said yes, and it was, in fact, she said yes before I was done proposing. But we were on a mission. Me and my wife were. I tell people our marriage is, God brought us together, because there's nothing that could have made it happen so good. And, it's just like doors just flew open and it happened. It was like we knew what we're doing. It was like, it just, it's hard to explain. When I see my wife, I knew that's my wife. And, we got married and it happened. We're still married and we got grandkids now and, and we're growing old together. And here in 10 years, I'll finally retire for real. And then, we'll spend our golden years till we no longer walk the earth. But, and that's what marriage is supposed to be. You marry when you're young and you grow old together. You have kids, grandkids, and that's what life's about. That's the blessings in life. And, our race didn't put us together or make our marriage successful. It was just people that loved each other, that wanted the same thing, and we made it happen. And we prayed about it, and, we're blessed.
Yeah. And you know what people say? Sometimes men, they'll put a baby in a woman, and Natasha was talking about guys pumping and dumping in the chat. And men will put babies in women knowing that someone said to me, and I read this and I heard this, someone said, men sometimes they'll put a baby in you just cut because they know wherever children are, there's a warm house and food. There's shelter and food. And some men don't care. Like they'll put babies in you, babies in you, and they don't care. And not only in that, I forgot to tell you the rest of the story. In that 22 years she was with him, he impregnated 2 other women while he was with her.
Oh.
Yeah, he impregnated 2 separate other women. And the fact of the matter is she still stayed. So a part of me, I feel bad for her, but then I don't, because she's a very intelligent person. Even having babies from her teenage years to her 20s, she actually has a master's degree. She has a successful career, but she never had to, and she was beautiful. She's physically attractive and beautiful, but she never had the self-worth because she felt like, I think after a while, she felt like I need to prove something to myself. I need to get him to marry me, be there for me, settle down. And she lived in the fantasy. And like I said, she has 3 beautiful boys, and that's wonderful, and they're doing well. But the fact of the matter is that, he didn't get his stuff together until many, many years later. But at the end of the day, she carried the weight of the world on her and held out for a man that just never valued her and never loved her and never saw the qualities that she had. I mean, she was really there for him. And I'm not going to get into that, but she was.
That's sad. I
need
to see stuff like that because, and here's the thing, I believe this to be true, and I would say to all men, I don't care who you are, the way you treat women, there will be judgment on you. If you lay with a woman and you don't marry her, God's going to deal with you. I'm just saying. We are meant to take care of women. As us as men, we're providers. We're supposed to take care of women and children, and we're supposed to honor women. And yes, women are supposed to submit to their husband. Yes, it's a 2-part deal, but us as men, we're supposed to take care of our wives and our kids, and we're supposed to put them above ourselves. And, when a woman submits to you, you're supposed to submit to God. And, there's nothing more important in your life than your wife. The Bible says that a woman's a treasure. You find a wife, you find a good thing. It says a good wife's worth more than precious rubies and stones and all that good stuff. And what it's saying is there's nothing more valuable than a good wife. And that's so true. And a lot of times men abuse women. And like you said, having affairs with women and making them think you're going to marry them and then you don't, that's abuse. It just straight is abuse. And I think a problem with society and our communities and all this stuff, the reason we have so much problem is how we treat our women. I really believe that. We're not treating women like we should. And, you know, some guys will say, well, women are jacked up and it's partially their fault. And, you know, there's blame to go around, but if we don't fix it as men, it ain't going to get fixed. And a lot of the problems, it falls on men. I'm just going to say it. It is what it is. But God's going to either bless us or curse us on how we treat our women, you know? And then we wonder why, you know, our kids are messed up. We wonder why our communities are messed up. We wonder why society's messed up. And it's because we don't take care of the blessing God gives us, you know, a good wife. We choose to just, you know, lay with different women instead of marrying one woman and having a family. You know, but
the culture is messed up. Our culture in our particular community is has been led by the men, the males in that community, and it's a really screwed up culture, and it's a vicious cycle of dysfunction.
I think I'm sorry. I think April just dropped off. Hey, April, have a good night. Sorry, I got a little winded, but thanks for coming on the panel. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Miss Nora.
No, I agree with you. It's generational. It's a cycle of dysfunction, generational dysfunction, and it's a cycle because the males, dominate the culture, and they're creating this culture of that just puts women down and degrade them, and they're profiting billions of dollars profit off of it, and it's unfortunate, like you talk about valuing women and putting it above you. They don't think like that, especially the new generations. They don't think like that, and they're profiting off of degrading women and people. And we all have to take a responsibility, including Black females. When you listen to the music, the rap music degrading women, when you're watching movies that make fun of and degrade and stereotype us, we play into that, and they profit off of us, and we kiki and laugh and listen and blast that music when it's degrading us. Women have to make a stance. I'm not going to be in these videos shaking my booty. I'm not blaming and put the onus on women but I think the culture is so messed up. These younger people don't know no better. They did, they don't know any better. So the reality is a vicious cycle of dysfunction again. And like I said, Natasha mentioned in the chat about generational cycles of just dysfunction and just not valuing their women. We're the only we're the only race of people, females on this earth, of this race, who are experiencing what we're experiencing. We're really on our own, Brent. For the collective of us, we're on our own. That's it.
Yeah. Maybe that's why you're so successful. I mean, as a collective. I mean,
that's why we work hard.
Yeah, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, yeah, that's why we work hard, and obviously that's why we kind of tend to be more successful than the men. So I think some of the dysfunction also comes from some of these men. Maybe they think they're not capable, so it makes them a little bit yeah, I think some of them they're just kind of disturbed because maybe they feel they're not capable. That's why they do these things they do. I know she just talked about her friend's ex-boyfriend dangling a carrot of marriage for a long time. Maybe he just didn't think it could be a husband. Maybe it's self-esteem issue. And I think you mentioned that she was paying for things. A lot of these men also, based on what I've heard from men themselves, when a woman is paying for things, especially from the beginning, they feel like she's their mom. And that attraction for as a spouse, it kind of goes goes away because you're kind of mothering them. But I don't want to make excuses for these men because they're just I'm obviously disappointed in them like everybody else, but it's just a vicious cycle, like you said. It's just I don't even know where the problem starts to start fixing some of this, but it's it's a big problem. And but the good thing is a lot of women are being more open now, so they're dating out more, so they're not limiting their options as much. So
Yes, they are. And I think I'm so happy. And like I said, the numbers will come out. We'll see the census, we'll see the numbers, the data, and you're going to see so many. It's going to skyrocket the amount of interracial couples that involves Black women. And I'm so happy for it. And I'm so happy that Black women are looking or waking up and finding they're happy and not just placing their happiness on one or on just the because someone Black women will get married to a rusty, dusty, crusty dude just to say, "Oh, I got married." So and then the guy, and it's still like you're a single mother or a single woman because he still, he still wants single. He wants a wife. See, a lot of I talked about on the last live, like a lot of women, not the last, but the one before that. A lot of women. The problem with Black women and all women, not just Black. We play house with men. And when you play house, you give them wifey benefits and you do all these things. There's no need for him to value you and value marriage. And a lot of men, they want wifey privileges with wifey benefits with single privileges. They want the wifey at home, you doing all this wifey cooking, cleaning, paying half the bills or more, and then they still out there doing what they want to do. It doesn't benefit women at all. It doesn't.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, yeah, and a man shouldn't get wifey privileges without making her his wife. I mean, and that's how society used to be, but we're in a different society, different culture where it's okay to have relationships before marriage. Some people never get married, and they're just missing out on the blessings that God's given us, and it's sad. If I the life I live, I can have my life ripped out from me right now, and I would not. I don't want that to happen, but you know what? I couldn't complain because I've lived an awesome life with my wife, my kids, my family. I mean, to not live that type of life, to be married and have kids and a family, I don't know. I can't see not doing it. Does that make sense? I mean,
yeah, no, it does. I mean, to you, because we could go on and on, honey. Let me tell you.
yeah, we can. We can go. We've been. How about? Oh, we've eclipsed 2 hours.
I know what she's going to say. Go ahead.
For me?
Yeah, I know what you're going to say. It's because that's what he knows, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like he's socialized to know that. He understands to do that. It's natural. Let me tell you something. When I lived in Atlanta, Georgia, so I was returning something. I had a pickup truck and I was returning a deep freezer back to Target. So I'm about 5'5". I'm definitely, I'm not gonna tell you my weight, but I'm a little lady and I'm trying to get this off the back of the truck. All these brothers, all these dudes that from my community walked by, looked at me, looked at my face, saw what I was doing. I'm by myself and kept walking. Why a white guy stops? He looks at me. He says, "Miss, you want some help?" And he helped me get it down. It shows you it's something that's ingrained in you. It's something that is in you to do it. I had a business out there, and I had a apparatus that broke down. And this white guy said, "Hey, you need some help?" He not only did he fix it, I tried to offer him the money for fixing it. He said, "No, I don't want your money." Of course, every guy that looks like me from my community walked by and said nothing, did nothing. How crazy is that? It's ingrained in you. It's in you. It has to be in your soul. It has to be who you're in your spirit to be a good person. And some people just not good people. They just, it's not in them to be it. It's just not.
Yeah, I mean,
It is what it is. It's crazy.
yeah, I don't know. I think I had a good father, and he taught me right, and anyway,
I'm sorry. I be telling you my stories and stuff.
no, I like your stories. I enjoy your stories.
But it's facts. It just shows you. I've been seeing who they are. They've been showing me who they are for a long time. I've been mentally divested for years. I just never, like I said, I never had the courage to do it because I come from that generation. I come from that generation where you're supposed to be with who you be, and then and like I said, I'm old school, so I'm not going to shoot my shot to a man. I've attempted in small, indiscreet sort of ways that's not overtly sexual or whatever, but it's hard to shoot your shot with other races, and you don't know if they really like you, and that was always an issue with me. I don't know if they're really interested or whatever, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I would say I was listening to this dating guy, and he was saying that women, like, I guess back in the day when you would court women to see who you're going to marry, that there was a tradition where women, and there's traditions all over the world, but there was like a tradition where a woman would drop her handkerchief, and the men would know that she was ready to be courted, meaning you got to know her, you kind of like dating her to see if that was the one to be your wife. And I would say to women, sometimes you got to drop the handkerchief, not throw yourself at a man. I don't believe in that, but maybe let them know you're interested in a way, kind of off the wall way. I don't know. Just a simple smile or something, or just a conversation. And I think with interracial, relationships, it would be more prevalent that way because it's an unknown. It's like both sides mostly are unsure about each other, what they'll think. And a lot of times we date people because we think that they'll like us more so than just being attractive to them. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what? A lot of people can't discern Brent and Graceful, that between sexual attention and people who actually love you. It's wonderful to have sex with someone you love, but everyone that who's attracted to you and have sexual desires for you loves you. And a lot of people can't discern from that. They can't distinguish. And unfortunately, a lot of girls, especially if they start being intimate at a young age, can't distinguish between sexual attention and love. And that's why they wind up either pregnant or going through so much heartbreak, because they can't discern between someone who actually like you. And some guys are good at performing like they like you in order to get what they want from you. And
and sexual contact, that's a lot of people do look at it as love. Now, I might say it's part of love, but it's not love. I mean, because somebody sleeps with you don't mean they love you.
Mm-hmm.
But when you love someone and you sleep with, it's great. It's awesome. It's a blessing from God. It's like, but we cheapen it because, and I'm going to just say us as just generally society, we as people cheapen it because we just randomly do it. Like it's a recreational thing instead of where it's meant to be in marriage and with the person you love. You know what I mean? But yeah, people do get confused thinking that it's love. And I think that's why biblically they say you shouldn't sleep with somebody unless you're married to them, because there's a lot of emotion there. When you're intimate with somebody, I don't care who you are, there's like a piece of you that leaves that's with that other person. Even if you're one of these, idiot guys that just living in lust and just getting with who they can. It just, you know what I mean? It just cheapens it. And it's, you take a blessing and you corrupt it.
It is. It does cheapens it, but like I said, most people are not um that are immersed in religion anymore, unfortunately.
No, yeah, I know. I get it, but it's kind of dangerous when you just do it.
Yes.
And if there's not real love there, it's not a good thing. It can do damage to people, I would say, men and women. Because if one's really into that person and the other isn't, it's not a good thing. It can be tragic.
It could be tragic, and but not every instance it can be, and not that I'm trying to promote that, having fornicating, but the reality, we're not in a world where most of us are going to wait. It's just not reality. Majority of us aren't, but what it is, it's just. And you can't anticipate your first guy or first girl you be with, you're going to be with them forever. But what you can do, you can try to weed out, because there's signs that shows you when a guy really likes you. For one, he's not going to pressure you. Two, he's not going to make it about everything. Some guys now, they go straight into it. Oh, let's do something. Can I come to your house? The reality is that you have to have discernment. You have to say, and you have to ask real questions. It might be uncomfortable for the guy. Hey, do you really like me, or you just trying to get into my pants? Some guys will tell you the truth. Well, listen, I just want to be intimate with you, and then you can make a decision whether you want to go forward with that union, or that encounter, or you could say no. I'm looking for something real. It's really, but it's hard with girls. We want to be liked, and we do get emotional, and we look for love. Guys look for relief and lust, and the average guy, and unfortunately guys, they're good at telling you what you need to hear and what you want to hear to get what they want. And unfortunately, so what happens? It gets irresponsible. Then babies come, or hearts get broken. And then guys, and now with them, it's a numbers game. How many girls you can get, instead of having meaningful, loving, just real great, loving relationships and experiences. So it's up to females to take control. It just is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, but you know what? You can respect a guy that's honest, that tells you, because most won't. Most will lie to you and say, "Yeah, I'm into you," or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish everybody was honest. Wouldn't it be perfect if everybody was? Oh, you just want to be into me? Okay, you go ahead and go your way. Next, In a perfect world, it'd be like that. But unfortunately, we got corrupt people and we got selfish people. And that's why the vetting process is so important, because, if you're looking for marriage and, the person you're with isn't, you got to vet that person. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I think you really, really have to look at the actions.
Yes.
I mean, all the men in my family are I'm very proud of them. They're very responsible. My dad was, I've talked about it before. I lost my mom now, but he was amazing.
Sorry.
He was an amazing dad. Thank you. And then my brothers took after my dad. They're very good spouses. They've all been married for a while, with their wives now. And my sister luckily married a really great guy as well. So the pattern that I've noticed is you really have to look at the actions. I watch a lot of, I also try to learn from people that I see online, like YouTube videos, couples that seem to have been married for a while. And for example, there was one lady, just one quick example, that's the same lady actually that married within 3 months. The guy asked her to come over to his country in Norway, and during the trip, he actually paid for the trip. He paid for the hotel. She didn't stay in his house, but he let her come see where he lived. And he spoke to her parents because he really wanted to know her family. He introduced her to to his dad, and he showed her around his country as far as culture. Like they went to museums, the things he was doing. Her sister had a baby during that period. He sent the baby a little token, like a gift, to the sister's baby, and even sent flowers to her mom, to wishing them, just to congratulate them on the grandbaby. So little things like that. I mean, come on, a guy that is doing that within like a couple of months, that is a person that is serious. But a guy that is telling you that, oh, I can't even drive 2 miles to where you live, or not where you live, or I mean, I can't drive 2 miles to meet you, in a different town. I mean, that's not a serious person. Because I hear some of these stories, girls saying, "Oh, I'm going on a date with a guy, and he wants me to come over to a place that's like 5 minutes away from his house because it's more convenient." That's a person that is not serious, obviously. So it's very easy to tell the signs, but I think some of the times we're all caught up with the guy looks good, he's he's this, he's that, but it's you really have to take your time to make sure you're not getting yourself in a bind, and it's the actions really.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You gotta be on your toes. A lot of times we get caught up in people that we find attractive, and we have fun being with them. And sometimes that kind of blinds people from seeing the truth.
Can I say something when you're done?
Yes.
Oh no,
Yeah.
well, I was going to say sometimes being attracted to someone, the problem with that when you're based your decision on being in a relationship with someone because you're attracted to them, or they tell you, they flatter you, and they tell you what you want to hear, and make you feel good. The problem with that is that you get into that relationship and then you fall and you have these unrealistic expectations to think that everything's going to fall in line. Everything that you want in a man or everything you want in a woman is going to fall in line. Everything, oh, well, I want them to be this. And just because you was attracted to them doesn't mean everything is going to be fall in line. And what you may have 5 things you want in a person: honesty, loyalty, hardworking. You might want physically attractive. You might want funny. What if they're not funny and they're not a hard worker, or they're not doing well? I mean, people feel like, well, they base their unions on attraction first now before they do it
Yeah.
on actually getting to know. And what this young lady just said, it's just, she's correct. It's just, you have to, it's not just it's vetting, it's discernment, and it's also taking your time a little bit just to say, and really and again, asking those questions. What is it that you want? I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want to waste my time. What do you want? What are you looking for? Are you looking for a good time? That's fine. We could be friends, but I'm not a good time girl for you, or I'm not a good time guy for you. I'm looking to meet someone and fall in love. I want to get married and start a family. I don't think there's nothing wrong with a woman speaking her truth and asking for what she wants. And I felt like
Yeah, she should.
and for a long time I didn't want to have children or get married, but as I got older, into like my early to mid 30s, I started to change my mind about that. But
Yeah.
again, it's you have to ask for what you want, and you have to put it out there so you don't waste your time. And like I said, everyone's not with you for the right reasons. Some people are with you because they're looking for shelter. They're looking for housing. They want food. They want somebody to go split bills because they can't adult on their own and pay for their own mortgage by themselves, or their own rents, cars. Like, some people are not with you. Everybody don't get together for love. Everybody don't get together because they want what you want. You have to find somebody who wants what you want. And it's that, and you have to ask the hard questions, and you have to get to the hard questions fast before you waste a lot of time. Access to your body, access to your resources, and just wasting your youthful time. To me, I would I would tell any girl coming out of high school, go to college, have fun. If you want to stay a virgin, stay a virgin, but travel the world, go have experiences, go bungee jumping, whatever you want to do, jump out a plane, have fun, volunteer, garden, join a swim team, whatever you want to do that brings joy and happiness. And, if you want to date a lot of guys, I mean, that's on you. But if you want to stay a virgin, stay a virgin. And I say do that until you're 25, because it takes time to get to know yourself and know what you want and know what you want in a person. It takes time to get to know who you are. So what I'm trying to say, reference, is just that I think women need to stop focusing on, get a man. Because when you obsess on getting a man and then marriage, what happens to you, when it's the focus, you make really bad decisions. Because again, you go with, especially when you're young, you go with what's attractive, then you go with who's on trend because he got swag. Some girls know a guy is nothing but trouble, but be with him because they like the challenge. Some women love the challenge. They want the challenge of a guy that's not good for them because they think that they're going to mold him, they're going to change him, they're going to love him enough, and he'll be different and be better for you. And it's not going to happen. Go ahead, girl. Am I
No,
right
it's
or am I
just,
wrong?
yeah, you're right. I just feel like, are they men? Like, why are they looking for a challenge? Like, just relax in your femininity, right? That's why these men, that's why they're acting the way they're acting, because you're trying to mold them into something. Anyway, I don't know, but I am not interested in a challenge.
Yeah. No, you're right. Hey guys, I might have to close this down. It's like 11:25 my time, and Miss Know-It-All, it's what, about almost 1:30 your time?
Yeah, it's 1:25. Yes.
And Grace, I don't know where you're at, but it's probably later than when I'm at.
It's 1:25 as well. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're on the East Coast too?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I might have to shut it down. I gotta go to work tomorrow. I thank you ladies for coming on. It's been a pleasure. And you guys made this show awesome. And I thank you for coming on. Grace, Miss Know-It-All, thank you. April, thanks for coming on. And the other lady,
The other Grace.
yeah, the other Grace, Be Graceful, I think it was. I want to thank her too. And I want to thank everybody for going on. And I want to put this out too before I shut down. If you could check out yours truly, Miss Anita, check out her channel. She just started a new YouTube channel. And I was supposed to do a live with her today, but we had some technical difficulties and stuff. And I think it was my fault on my end. I apologize, Miss Anita. I think it's because of my sound system. I looked into it, and yeah, I don't think it was your fault at all. But we'll fix it, and we'll have that live show. But check out her channel, and I'm going to put it in my community page when we're going to have our live, so you guys can come over to her channel and listen to us. We did one show. We're going to do a part 2 on interracial marriages and stuff, and check that out. And show her some love, show her some support. She's just starting out, and this YouTube thing is a headache, and I pull my hair out almost every time I do this stuff. But I love doing it, and I love you guys.
And can I say good night to everyone? Good night, Miss Graceful, and good night, everyone. Corey, Josh, Natasha, Miss Anita. I'm gonna check out your channel. I think I already subscribed to your channel. I think I did, Miss Anita. Emmy Jorge. I want to say good night to April, Chrislyn, everybody. I don't want to miss anyone, but I want to say good night. Oh, Interested Observer. Thank you so much. It's not my show. I just want to say good night to you all. You guys been showing me a lot of love in the chat. And I appreciate you, Brent. I appreciate you letting me be on your platform.
No
and you guys laughing at me, and I'm putting a smile on people's face, and I'm so glad that you have this panel and this platform, and I love being here. And I know I'm crazy, but you know, I enjoy it. And Miss Graceful, it was a pleasure being on the panel with you.
Oh, thank you. Good night, everyone.
Good night. It was a pleasure having you on. Ms. Caldwell, Grace, it's a pleasure having you. April, be graceful. Good having you on. And everybody in the chat, I just want to say good night. Miss Anita, April, Corey, interested observer, Emma, George, Genevieve, Josh, good to see you. Natasha, I'll send you the now. What was I supposed to do, Miss Note? I'll send.
Oh, put the link in the community for Miss Anita, for Miss Troy's truly Miss Anita.
Okay. No, but I was supposed to send an email to.
Oh, you want to send an email? You want to send me no, Natasha. You want to send Natasha's email to me?
I'll send Natasha's email to you.
Yeah, right. Because you have my email address, and you can send Natasha's email to me, right, Natasha? Say yes in the chat, Miss Natasha, if you're there. I think that was it. It wasn't Natasha. Natasha Taylor. I think it was that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll send you Natasha's email.
Right.
Miss Know-it-all.
She's into astrology, and she's into stuff like that. I mean, not astrology. She's into just science and stuff like that. So we're gonna talk about
okay.
that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but check it out. Yours truly, Miss Anita. That's her channel. Check out her channel. Show her some love. Go on there, give her some likes. And I tell you, I've tried several YouTube deals, and this is the only one that worked. I mean, the interracial thing. And, it gets stressful at times. Sometimes you pull out your hair because, you're happy because people subscribe, and then people unsubscribe. And then you're like, oh, my God, what did I say? Did it offend people? But, I mean, it is what it is. That's the game of it. But, having you guys on the panel, it's great. You guys that come in and watch, I love you guys. And, I mean it. Whether there's, 5 of us or 30 of us. I mean, just being around you guys. And I do appreciate you guys coming in. The kind words you guys put out there and the interaction, it makes my day. And like I said, this is fun for me. This is a hobby. And, I learned so much from you guys. And I just hope that any advice I give helps somebody. I hope I don't lead nobody astray. I really don't want to do that. Hopefully, I can, make you guys feel good. You guys are special. You guys are awesome. And, like I said.
Don't forget to like the video before you leave, before you log off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And you have a good night. I'm going to go live again Saturday. Tomorrow I'm going to take the day off because I'm going to be dead tired. But, Miss Noto, thanks for coming on. We'll see you. But I'm going to go live Saturday night. It'll be a late one. I don't know how late. Depends on how soon I get home. And then Sunday and Monday. So Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I'll do some lives. And if you guys want to come on, just let me know. Natasha, if you want to come on in the panel, and I can show you how to do the avatar, like we talked about earlier. But anyway, if any of you guys want to come on, or if you want to shoot me an email, any ideas, anything you want me to talk about, just send me an email. And even if you just have questions, maybe some guy's giving you weird looks and you want to know if he likes you or you want my advice, you can do that too. Not saying I'm going to give you the right advice because, but I'll try my best to give you the best knowledge I have. And, but my email is always there and I will answer it. Just give me time. And if you want to come on the show, let me know. I'll bring you on, and a lot of times I'll just put the link up there so you can jump on anytime, unless it's like a one-on-one or something planned out. But anyway, just shoot me that email, and check out yours truly, Miss Anita's channel. Show her some love, and it was a great show tonight. The panel was awesome. The ladies were, they made my day, and each and every one of you in the chat made my day, and it's a blessing to do videos and live shows for you guys, and I hope you get something out of it. I hope you go to bed feeling good, and and I'll see you Saturday night for a late one, and I'll talk to you then, and thank you guys. God bless you and your families, and I'll see you Saturday night. Good night and God bless.